Hello and welcome back to the Cove with more Battletech. Alright, so we got screwed over in the last episode there. We took on a contract and they didn't really want to pay, but hey, I guess that's how you get thrown into the deep end of mercenary work. So either way, we have taken another contract. We have flown to a different planet, and I think we should go ahead and start that today. So before we head out, we have to figure out who we want to take. Now, I'm thinking we'll definitely go out, and I'm thinking we may also bring... I think we'll also bring Glitch, as well as... say, Behemoth, there we go, as well as... No, let's bring Decker as the scout. He does have the sensor jam, or the sensor lock. That could be rather nice. Alright, so if that's what we're going to do, let's give ourselves our very own mech. It seems only appropriate. And then I think, what should we do? Should we drop in the spider or the locust for our scout? Couple of missiles. So what is that? Yes, some machine guns and a medium laser. Or we can go for some medium lasers and not much else. Well, honestly, that looks like it's going to be far more maneuverable. It's rather heat efficient. Yeah, the durability is fine. I think the Locust does have a little bit of extra firepower, which is nice. But this one does punch slightly harder. You know what? I think we're going to go with the Locust. Got a little bit more firepower. And yeah, if we do melee attacks, we have the machine guns to follow up, which will be nice. And then for the other two, I think we're going to go with the Shadow Hawk. Yeah, the AC-5, some short-range missiles, and medium. Yeah, that's a really good combination. So we'll put that on our multi-targeting pilot. And I think we'll send the Vindicator on with Behemoth. Yeah. Really tank some of that damage. Alright then, let's roll. Alrighty-o, so Succession Wars destroyed Star League factories, making battle mechs hard to maintain and produce. Much is now lost. Right, so our objectives for this mission, we need to destroy the Marek lands, and it is, there's a patrol. So at the moment we're going for a fairly 50-50. Good amount of salvage and a little bit of pay. We believe there is a Marek lance operating on Bellerophon within a region we control. All pirate operations are at risk as long as this lance is allowed to move unimpeded. Control the area, find the enemy lance, and eliminate it. Alright. And I think that's Darius saying. Fairly straightforward battle, Commander. Looks like a lance in a backwater planet like this should be no challenge at all. Alright, well then, let's deploy. Let's drop on down. Alright, right out in the open. Huh. Amateurs, take them out. Alright, well, we don't mind a nice, straightforward contract now, do we?
Let's get to fighting.
Alright, so let's have a quick squiz at the terrain. We have a fair bit of mountain, which is kind of, yeah, interesting map, so we're going to be forced to funnel through here. And I'm guessing they'll be sitting in the back somewhere there. Yeah, wide open fields. Hopefully we won't destroy too much. There is another road, so we will be careful, and they may even, you know, either we'll get picked up or who knows. He may even have some buddies hiding in wait. So let's go ahead and get a going. May as well sprint. There is no real enemy contact at this point. We'll bring all of you up as far as we can.
On my way.
And our Locust can do its thing and scout. Yeah, and also too with maximum evasion, that is remarkably difficult for us to get hit there if for some reason they do see us. Also too, just since we're at the beginning of the episode, I think I'll make note there is potential for more pilots to be added to our crew, and I do believe that we can change their names. So yeah, if you would like to have a mech to pilot alongside us, yeah, I think that would be really cool. And
On
yeah,
my way.
I'll see how that goes in the long run, depending on how many people do want to have a mech. We may need to pull a name out of the hat, who knows, but I will do what I can. All right, we have contact on our sensors. All right then. Well, I think we'll go. It's only Glitch and Decker. I'm thinking what we could do is if we move a regular distance, yeah, they'll be within range, and then we should be able to sensor lock, which would be very nice. So let's go ahead and pop into cover.
On my way.
Make sure that we have a good location. Yep. Can we see? No. Oh, and we can't even sensor lock. That's okay. Alright, well then I guess we've got to get into position. Let's see how far we can travel. Well, I think realistically we go... we have some pretty good shots with an AC5 and our LRM, so I'm thinking maybe we go for a little bit of elevation and see if we can use the high ground and take them down. Whoops. There goes that building. Hopefully that doesn't come off our bill. Alright, where are they? Oh, Panther. Okay. Oh, and a PPC. Yeah, I'm very glad we have a nice and nimble mech there. Let's go, well, they don't have too much on us. We could possibly take a medium laser, which I think is what we're going to do. I'm just wondering whether we sensor lock and make sure that he has the hardest time shooting us and we can put as much damage on him as possible. Yeah, you know what? I think that's what we're going to do. I'd rather have really good real good shots with everybody else. So yes, as an action, select the target within sensor range to reveal it at the end of its current round and remove 2 of its evasive charges. The impaired target also gains +2 sensor impaired effect. So yes, that will make their shots harder.
Sensors locked on.
So let's try that out and see if that helps. Oh, he has a friend. Well, of course that makes sense. All right, another locust. All right, let's see what we can do. Let's well, we can move into a good firing line. That will make us a little bit unsteady. What is this? Rough terrain reduces movement speed and units take 150% stability damage from all attacks. +4 difficulty to hit units within rough terrain with melee attacks. Okay, so it's not really cover. It's just a, if they're going in for rock'em sock'ems, it's not going to be as advantageous. Alright, well, we don't have anywhere else to go, so let's just go ahead and set ourselves up there. We may as well take the shots while we can. We have... what is this? 280% there with our ACs. Alright then, well I guess then we're going to take out the Panther. That should be fairly easy. Go ahead and fire.
Engaging target.
No
damage detected.
Yeah, no dice. That's
I hear ya.
not wonderful. We want to go... where can we move? Could come up here. If we did, what would we have? We would have 30 on the LRMs and 85s down there. Yeah, I think that's probably what we'll do. And taking that position should also scare off the locust a little bit. Just, well, as in they're not going to be as comfortable coming in nice and close. They'll have to risk taking a few more shots. So I think we'll just take our shots from downtown. 65 and 85, that's not bad. Let's see if we can bring them down a peg. Alright, very nice. Alright, Behemoth,
Commander.
whereabouts are you? You've got a PPC, lasers, and long range. Right, let's see if we can get a direct line of fire. Not apparently. Let's see if we can jump. Ooh, you know what? Jumping that is a very nice space. That'll give us some good odds there with PPCs and LRMs. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We have some good cover, some good height advantage. Let's use that maneuverability to our benefit. Yeah. Let's see if we can take this guy out straight away. Now, what condition is he in? We should probably have checked this. So he's got the sensor impaired effect. That's good. Also has shoddy, so half the regular armor. As well as... yeah, nothing else particular going on. Alright. Well, let's just go ahead and fire then.
Target acquired.
Oh, very nice. Alright, so we just took off an arm. That's not going to be good for
Critical hit,
him.
Commander.
That should hopefully minimize his damage output. Alright, what have you got? I think he's got... yeah, he's got some SRMs. That's sort of to be expected. Good thing we took that cover.
Yes, Commander.
Echo, what do we want to do with you? We could come in for a melee for 15 and 275s. Yeah, you know what? That could be pretty good. Otherwise, we could move... let's say, move around here, get out of range of the locust, and then take a 50-50. Yeah, that's not as wonderful as I would like. Let's go... actually, you know what? That could be the best. 50-50 on the medium laser. And then, yeah, just put some damage on with the machine guns. Can we get any closer? Let's just quickly check what would happen if we did. No, it's all pretty much the same. Alright, you know what? I think I'm willing to go for the... I think I'm willing to go for the 50-50 with the medium laser over the borderline guaranteed melee. So let's just go for that. Yeah, we'll take shots here.
Roger.
With any luck, we will, yeah, really start to chew through some of that internal structure. And that locust isn't going to come close to us, so we should be fairly safe. And realistically, that's only going to try and harass us a little. Okay, so we've got some medium lasers. Alright, fair enough. Not a bad setup, but I don't think they're in a position to do well.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, Behemoth, you know what? I think we just might take shots on you. Yeah, 80% on PPC, medium laser, and LRMs. I think this could be enough. Yeah, we took out his PPC when we took the arm off, which is fantastic. That's going to be much less of a concern. So yeah, let's just go ahead and save our little locust from any extra damage. Oh, sensors impaired, losing some evasion. Probably not going to be doing too good for now. Alright, let's also see how are our shots. We have some very nice on the Panther. And then... yeah, if we rotate around, we could get some fairly dodgy ones on the locust. So I think we'll just set out an alpha strike. They're already really low. Yeah, we just have to destroy the center torso and they're gone. Yeah, I think we'll just destroy it.
All weapons committed.
Alright, there we go.
Enemy mech destroyed.
So, not as much salvage as we could get, because again, if we take out the head or the legs, I think that's better for us, but I'm not really too concerned, really. Alright, what have we got up here? 30s, 40s, and some... yeah, not too amazing. Well, if we go in for a melee, we can do 85 damage. Ooh. That is a very tanky punch, and you know what? I think we might take it. I think we might take that. So, let's have a look. If we attack from the front, we know that their medium lasers are on either side. I'm assuming their small lasers are torso mounted, so let's attack from... you know what? Let's just attack head on. I was thinking about maybe taking one side more than the other to kind of favor taking out one of the medium lasers, but
Going toe to toe.
given we can, yeah, probably destroy it in one, that's
Another hit like that and you're toast.
yeah, they're not looking too good. Alright, well the pilot's also got injured from falling over, that's nice. Deco, let's get you going.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, this is the only guy left. We've already destroyed 50-50, so let's check out. We move here. We can take a medium laser. That should be enough. Yeah, we'll run all the way
On
in.
my way.
And you know what? We'll try and do a cold shot. I'm not really too concerned about whatever they have left. Oh, actually, no, because he's laying down. We should get that for free. Let's go take out the pilot. It's a 2% chance. Probably not enough to take him out. They no longer have a leg. That's not going to help them. Let's go. Yeah, let's go ahead and take out the other leg. See if that works for us. It's a far better odds than the... Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. We're going to try that again. We're going to go for the headshot. We already know that the pilot is wounded. And then also fell down as well, so... If we can just wound the pilot enough, that may be enough to, that may be enough to just get the mech, more or less unscathed. Alright, turn it around. I'm guessing he's going to go for a shot to our back. Oh no! Apparently he took that last shot personally. Well, not much we can do about that. Let's, where are we? We're back here. I think we might go
What can I do for you?
with...
Standing by.
Who's got the best odds? 70%. Oh, hang on a second. We don't want to go with that just yet. Let's go
Waiting for orders.
over here. We have a 75 with a medium laser and an SRM. Or we have us, and we can do... Yeah, 275s with medium laser. So you know what? I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to target you with a precision strike. Oh, wait a second. We need to rotate. Yes, we're on the wrong angle of attack. Alright, now we can do so. Let's target him. 85% all the way through. I think we can go... What's that? We need at least 2 shots to hit. Let's go ahead and use... we'll use an... Let's use 2 of our ACs, and then maybe one of our medium lasers. That way, if one of them misses, that should still be enough damage. Yeah, we'll go for the head.
Engaging target.
Alright. Not quite... Oh no! Pilot incapacitated. Fantastic.
Enemy mech destroyed.
That's just what we wanted. A milk run, just as we expected. Good work, Commander. Alright.
Mission successful.
Nicely done. Nicely done indeed. Alright. That was really good. We took next to no damage. In fact, I'm fairly sure we took very, very little. Alright, we got paid. That's good. Much better than our last contract. Alright, seems like we did the right thing in calling you mercenary. Glad to see we both came out ahead today. Fantastic. So our morale has... Sorry, our mercenary review board has increased as we finished one of their contracts. And we're now a little bit on better terms with pirate organization. Alright, and so far there is no real sign of damage. So that means we can, now move on to our salvage agreement. So we have 1 priority piece. Question is, what do we want to take? Honestly, I'm thinking we might start working on a new mech. It's always fun to have another one. I'm thinking we'll go with the Panther. So yeah, we collect that there. Value's pretty good. We'll get a little bit extra. We'll get 3 more random bits and pieces. I don't mind if we get the jump jets or the heat sinks or anything else. So let's go ahead and confirm that the Panther is what we want. We also got 2 parts of a locust, as well as what else? Medium laser, 2 jump jets, and a heat sink. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. So now the question is, what do we do with the rest? That was a far more easily won victory than I was expecting. So yeah, we will see how things are back on the ship. and see if we can find some better contracts and keep making some money, because after all, that is what we as mercenaries do. We shoot stuff, blow things up, and get paid to do those things. Alright, let's go. Let's go ahead to the command center, I think. Actually, no, we'll go there in a second. Let's go to the star map. I don't think we went through everything last time. So this is our navigation bay. This is the current star system that we're in. So the MercNet system update. Basically, Comstar is, well, essentially the telecommunications provider who more or less runs everything these days. So yeah, don't speak badly about them. And then so as you can see here, they got constructed a little while after you. That's for you if you want to read the lore. Alright, shows us where stores are, biome filters, difficulty filters. It's nice and easy. So this is where we are at the moment with the Leopard. We have a travel contract to head to Detroit. We also have, I think there's another one. Yeah, it's just these 4 planets for now. But as you can see, the map gets relatively large. So there's a fair bit to explore if that is your thing. Alright, let's back on out. We don't need to travel nor spend that time, so let's not do that for now. And let's just catch up with some of our crew who we didn't talk to as much last episode. Alright, Sumaya Maya. Hey Commander, something I can do for you. Let's see about... Yeah, let's ask about the uncredited contract. So, we're in a bit of a pickle, monetarily speaking, so we're going to open ourselves to taking uncertified contract, not through the mercenary review board. Alright, so my concerns won't be satisfied until our creditors have been paid and the loan sharks are off our backs. But this is a step in the right direction and that makes me happy. I'm not blind to the risks that uncertified contracts entail, by the way. I mean, I know what we're doing is dangerous, but it's the best chance we've got to dig ourselves out of the hole. Alright, so realistically, we don't need to know about navigation. Let's just ask her about herself. Good to get to know them a little bit better. Alright, so she is from a noble family, like us. We're old money, made our fortune out in Russellhague? Then repatriated to the Taurian Concordat. That's where I grew up. I'm not sure if this is the kind of stuff you were hoping to hear, but we can talk about whatever. I'm not shy. Alright, so let's ask her how she learnt to be our pilot. That's probably worthwhile knowing. The Taurian Naval Institute on New Vandenberg. Well, among other places, it's a big campus. The low-gravity training station orbiting at Wompoc was my second home for a time. D&I flight training isn't usually open to civilians. My parents had good credit back then, and they could name-drop Protector Cauldron. That'll get you pretty far in the Concordat, well, for a while anyway. So I'm assuming he is one of the political bigwigs out in that area of space. Alright, the other cadets in my class weren't especially happy sharing air with a civvy, but they couldn't say much. I was nobility, and they weren't. Everyone sort of kept me at arm's length, so I had plenty of time to concentrate on my studies. Fair enough, I got my certification in both dropship and jump ship operation in 4 years. I even tried working on a commercial jump crew for a while, once upon a time. The people were fun, but it wasn't for me. The ratio of flying to violent jump sickness skewed hard in the wrong direction. Fair enough. Let's, yes, what is House Maya? I think that could be worth knowing for us, especially if we're taking contracts. We don't want to necessarily upset our family. Oh, you're looking at it. My parents are both gone, blood cancer and heart disease respectively. Both treatable, but they were out of money at that point, so into the ground they went. Ditto my brother David, who ran off to serve in the Third Succession War and never came back. Yep. So, the final of everything, yes. I think we'll go... we'll just say a simple I'm sorry, let's not bring ourselves into it. I think probably the nicer way to go about it. The galaxy was at war for nearly 200 years, Commander. People died. You don't need to apologize for it. And truthfully, I was never really that close to any of them. David was 13 years older than me, and he had a foot out the door before I turned 3. And my parents, well, they raised me by proxy, in the traditional noble fashion. There was no real bond there, even when I was young. None of this is to say that my folks were bad people. They weren't. They were just doing what they knew. Their upbringings had been outsourced, just like mine was. Anyway, that's all I've got to say about my family. They're gone. I'm here. The end. So any other questions, or should we get back to duties? Alright, let's say... Let's see about the Russell Hog. I think that's worth finding out. She might have some information that's worth knowing. It was a long time ago, but yeah, my parents told it. They were landowners on Pomme de Terre. And it's an agricultural world, sort of the breadbasket of the Draconis Combine. And yes, I know Pomme de Terre means potato. My ancestors came from the planet Potato, and it took me some time to accept that, but hey, here we are. Well, yeah, okay, that's, I guess eventually something like that's gonna happen in the future, right? Alright, anyway, moving on. House Myers' holdings were meager, but the value of the land was astronomical. For minor nobility, we were really very wealthy. And then the Third Succession War broke out, and the political rhetoric got ugly. House Meyer didn't want a single part of what was happening. My ancestors emptied their accounts and ran. As a rule, House Rita takes a really dim view of nobles who cut and run. Words like traitor and defector start getting thrown around in the Combine. You really don't want to be on the receiving end of allegations like that. Wouldn't be standing here today if House Cauldron hadn't granted my ancestors asylum in the Concordat. In all likelihood, House Meyer would have been wiped out before I was even born. Alright then, well, that was good getting to know her a little bit. Let's, we'll talk to her later as things progress. Right, let's go ahead and, yeah, let's check out our quarters. Now, this is something that I particularly like. We can check out our heraldry, which is always fun. So, this is our little star banner and all. I think that works fairly well for us at the moment. And unless there's something that's a little bit more Leviathan-esque, actually, you know what? That's not half bad. Maybe we might switch to that logo. That could be very fun. Anything else that looks more Leviathan-like? Maybe the Trident, but I don't really think so. Let's go... So many options to choose from. I think we'll go... Yeah, I think we may stay where we were on that other one we found before, the little Cthulhu-esque octopus thing. Oh no, it is an octopus. Yeah, we'll take that. And then, yeah, over here we have our primary colors and all, which is really cool. So we have a little minifig, Atlas, there's a locust. Names are failing for what those little mechs are, but I do love the fact that it's little paint cans. And you can go through, change your little setup. I think we might go with a... Where is a decent color? Let's go... Oh, wow. Some of that is awfully bright. Let's go with the blue. I like the blue. And then on the other half, let's go yellow. After all, a giant Atlas is, yeah, not exactly being hidden. Accent-wise, do we still want to stay with the white? Honestly, let's just go purple. I think that's fun. It's a fun little color scheme. Let's go ahead and save that while we're here. Yes, and then we can also check out things like our finances. So as you can see, how many months we have of costs saved up. Our current operated costs, operations, as well as our salaries for our groupers. Yes, then there's also our reputation. So this shows our current situation with everybody. Most of these are indifferent. We're not particularly friendly nor aggressive. So as you can see, the pirate organization isn't too keen on us. Same with the Taurian Concordat. The Taurian, yeah. I almost said Turian for a second there. My brain started to skip between verses, but hey. No, that is pretty much that. And then it also shows our review board, showing how well things are going there. Alright, let's go ahead and head to the mech bay. Let's just check that... Whoa. Everything is A-okay. That's quite a bright mech, and to be honest, I sort of love it. So let's go ahead and see. Any repairs needing doing? I don't think so. Normally they will show if we need any repairs. I think they also get like a little red stripe, but apparently the game doesn't want to switch between our mechs that quickly. Oh, okay, so it was loading up. Okay, yeah. And then in here we can also refit what we want for our weapons and our layout. So at the moment we could, well, assuming you have the tonnage remaining, we can remove some armor, add some extra on, switch out weapons for different types, all that sort of thing. So that's always good to see. I think we'll... Yeah, Shadow Hawk, again, you get to see everything that's going on, and all of the colors, which are pretty nice. Alright, let's also double check our MechWarriors. We did get some experience, so let's see what we can afford. Honestly, I think we'll do nothing on our end. I would like a little bit more, maybe more for piloting, guts, or gunnery.
Ready for orders.
You, my friend, also don't have enough.
Good to go.
Oh, we do have a little bit here with glitch. I'm thinking then, let's go for, what have we got? Do we want to work towards sure footing, which would be gain 1 extra evasion charge after moving, which can exceed the unit's maximum. If the unit is not in a sprint, jump, or charged melee, the mech also gains entrenched for 50% stability damage reduction. Okay, well that's nice. And then this one here is bulwark. Cover and guarded states both provide 40% damage reduction rather than 20. Cover and guarded together provide a 60% reduction. Alright, well you know what, that seems rather nice. Let's start working towards that. Let's spend 900 XP. That also gives her another health point. So maximum injuries is 3.
Training complete.
And now it is 4, so she's just a little bit harder to take out of the fight. Alright, Decker, what are we going to do here? I think we might give you some base gunnery chance, plus 10% base weapon hit, and that is always good to have.
MechWarrior training complete.
And then for Behemoth,
Orders.
I don't think you're going to do much of anything. I don't think we need you with too much in the way of tactics yet. Yeah, I think it's worth holding on to and saving for something better. So, now that we've done that, let's go ahead to our command center and let's talk to...
What do you need?
Let's talk to Darius. Alright, so, want to know more about our debt situation. You know what, we should probably know exactly what's going on. Yeah, sure, and that's fair. I'm glad you're taking an interest. I've got some time to get into the nuts and bolts of it. What did you want to know? Yeah, why are we in debt exactly? That makes... Yeah, how much time have you got? I mean, you've been hit with 1,000 expenses since we were forced to flee Comodia, but I guess you're mostly interested in big-ticket items. Well, first and foremost, there's the Leopard. We still owe a lot of money on the ship, and losing her isn't an option. Then you've got all the assorted fallout from our impromptu trip across the frontier. Jump ship passage, docking fees, miscellaneous travel expenses, all paid for on credit. Yes, we didn't have a choice. Yes, right, at the end of the first episode, we had to bail off planet awfully fast, and it was a miracle we even lived. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. There is more that he could get into, but we took out the loan, set up Markham's family, etc., etc., but that'd be gilding the lily at this point. The fact is, we're in a lot of trouble with a lot of lenders, but hey, we're mercenaries. We live for trouble. Yeah, alright then. I think that's a... yeah, let's see who we're indebted to. That could be worth knowing. Top 3? Ooh, that's not good when we have a top 3. First, you've got Blue Horizon, which is the big commercial bank on Loreton. They're the ones that own the ship own the lease on this ship. Then there's the Indiri Consortium. They've got people everywhere. They're based somewhere in Marek space. We borrowed from one of their associates to make the jump away from Commodore on the day of the coup. Finally, you've got Lockdown Lending. They're a frontier outfit from Hastur, and they are about as crooked as they come. Now, I wouldn't normally do business with an outfit like the Double L, but we didn't have a choice. They made a deal with Blue Horizon to buy half of our debt. So that's the big three: a commercial bank, shadowy financial consortium, and a bunch of leg breakers in cheap suits. And each of them is dangerous in its own way. Alright, that's not good. Anything else worth... You know what? I think we've done a fair bit of reading. We might get to know him a little bit after the next
Catch you
mission.
later, Commander.
Just so it's not all me talking for them. I think we'll break it up a little. So let's go ahead and check out some contracts and see about setting up for the next episode. Alright, so at the moment we have planetary intrusion. There's a straightforward battle. Yeah, finding a military lance and then dealing with it. Okay, so that would be... our intelligence confirms that the Lance of Merrick military units is engaged in maneuvers on Bellerophon within a region we control. I would have sworn that that's what we already did. Well, maybe... Yeah, maybe we did. Alright, so what's going on here? I think this is indifferent. Okay, so that shows who they are. And I guess this is just the planetary government. Yeah, the enemies. Alright, let's go... Which planet is this on? Is this the one that we're already at? I think it could be. Let's go ahead and negotiate. Yeah, let's see. So the Free Worlds League would not be particularly happy, but the planetary government would be happy. For this stage, I think we'll just go ahead and take the fairly standard payment plan. We'll get a fair bunch of credits and a decent amount of salvage. So realistically, I think we can accept that contract, and yeah, we will get going. So yeah, before we do deploy, I think we'll just yeah, I think we'll go out with the same squad as last time. I think that worked out fairly well for us. So yeah, we will call things here for today. So again, if you do want to see more Battletech episodes, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It is the best way to catch all future content, and I will see you next time. So until then, thank you for tuning in to the Leviathan Cove. This is the Leviathan, signing out.